Hello, it's Coral, and today is dehydration day. Let's do it. I'm just going to be dehydrating some of the fruits that I have in my fridge that are kind of getting ready to go. So I thought instead of wasting them, let's use them up. I'm sure there's a really intelligent way to cut kiwi so you don't waste the flesh like I'm likely doing. But this will work. It's better than it just going in the compost, or worse yet, just being thrown in the garbage can. And more mindful of what is in your fridge. Speaking of fridge, today I cleaned out my entire fridge. Can we just have a moment for that? Because that was, ugh. I mean, I think I'm a clean person, and then I clean my fridge and I'm like, that's disgusting. So I'm glad I took the time to clean out my fridge, see what was in there, see what I could use, and that's why we're dehydrating today. Let's go. Up close of my beautiful raspberries, my apple, and 4 kiwis. My strawberries that are now washed. Here is my Excalibur food dehydrator. And to open it, you just kind of lift up and this lid kind of slides off, which is nice and easy. And inside this particular one, there are 9 trays that have this, it's like a plastic mesh that's on top of each tray, so it's nice and easy to wash. So there are these 9 trays here, and in the back, there are different settings for herbs, living food, raising bread, making yogurt, vegetables, fruit rolls, meat, fish, and jerky, and the different temperatures. This is the back side, and just to turn it on is just super simple, just turning this switch to wherever you want it to be. This is my lovely dehydrator, so I will take out some of the trays and start putting on the raspberries, strawberries, kiwis, and apple slices. Look at these beauties. We've got our apples, more straws, 2 doggos. Okay, let's go to the dehydrator. 5 trays going in, not bad. And I think I'm going to start it at 135, which it's at there. But it's not very loud, and this will probably go for, well, I'll keep checking it every, let's say, 5 hours, but this is probably gonna go for at least 12 hours to complete. But for your viewing pleasure, it's gonna be a matter of hello from my kitchen. There's Cooper, and behind me, I have the kiwis and the strawberries that just came out of the dehydrator. Let me tell you how long they took. These strawberries I had in, there was about 2 pounds of strawberries, which this looks pretty sad. Wow. 2 pounds of strawberries, I had them in there at 135 degrees for 9 hours. And I had 4 kiwis. 4 kiwis took 11 hours at 135 degrees. And my apple slice, that one apple that I sliced up, that took 5 hours at the same 135 degrees, and currently my raspberries are still going. It is hard to believe that 2 pounds of fresh strawberries can fit into 1 pint jar and not even fill it. Wow. And my last 4 kiwis, I just stuck in that jar that I had some kiwis in before. And now that is a pint jar full of kiwis. Pretty cool. I'm currently in my pantry and I'm showing you some of the things that I have been dehydrating lately. So here are my banana chips over here. And those came out really good. They're not as hard as they are when you buy them from the store. They almost are a touch leathery, almost like an apple slice dehydrated is. They're phenomenal. They do have a crisp outside, but then kind of chewy inside. So I'm just gonna watch and see how long those last. But I have my apple slices, my kiwi slices, which are phenomenal. The raspberries, which I have nothing positive to say about those beasts. They took like 24 hours to dehydrate and I still think they're gross. Ask me how I feel. The strawberries, so yummy. And I made, let's say 7 to 8 cups of granola, and I used my own, I made up my own recipe, so I love this. And on this shelf underneath, I just have all of my loose nuts, chia seeds, coconut flakes, and a pumpkin pie spice mix that I whipped up. But oh, look at my beautiful things I dehydrated, and I am working on many more things, which I'm really excited about. I think the hardest thing about dehydrating is making sure you have a dehydrator. I mean, that is the hardest thing about dehydrating. Otherwise, it's just time. And you have to just make sure you're doing it when you have enough time. But that's it. I mean, if you have the dehydrator and you have a surplus of vegetables or fruit that maybe, you don't think you're going to be able to finish, throw them in the dehydrator and you can have them for, let's say, minimum 6 more months, possibly longer, depending on what it is that you're dehydrating. So, I don't know. I would love to know who else dehydrates and what you like to dehydrate. Like, what's your favorite thing? And do you use it as often as I am right now? And it's early spring. I think I'm using it more now because I can't forage yet because there is still lots of snow in the woods, and it is April 4th in northern Vermont. So once I can start foraging, maybe I'll be doing less dehydrating inside and more work outside. That is my hope. I'm having a lot of fun starting videos again on my channel and really exploring and learning so much about mushrooms and plants and medicinals and dehydrating foods and all of these things. And I'm so happy you're joining along with me. And if this is something you want to keep seeing, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you real soon. Bye, guys.